Can a €140 sander compete with a €700 sander? I have no idea. Let's find out. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the workshop. I hope you're all doing well. Now, I have before me two sanders which on paper are very similar. However, in price they are miles apart. So this is my Festool. It's the ETS EC155 and this is the Vevor 155. So both of these are 150mm sanders, are 6-inch, and they have a 5mm stroke. So pretty similar, miles apart in cost. Now, 5mm stroke, what does that mean for anybody who's new here to sanding? It doesn't just spin around in a circle, it has an orbit. So it's doing this, and it's a 5mm orbit is essentially what it is. Now, 5mm stroke is very, very handy. It's 99% of you guys, a 5mm stroke is exactly what you need. It's good for stock removal, and it's good for fine finishing too. You can get a 3mm stroke if you want a little bit more fine finishing, but like I said, 99% of the stuff that any of you guys will be doing, a sander, an orbital sander with a 5mm stroke is exactly what you want. Now, this is the one I bought and paid for myself. This one was sent to me by Vevor, so to let you guys know that up front. I have not used this yet. I've just taken it out of the box and I'm going to compare it to my Festool. And if it doesn't work, I will tell you guys in this video that it doesn't work. So I'm interested to see how this performs. And I think this will be more relevant to most of you guys. So let's jump in and have a look. Okay, so let's take a look. What do you actually get for your money? With the Festool, for your €700, you get obviously the tool itself. Comes with the quick connect Festool lead, a sustainer box. Now, when I bought this about 5 years ago, it came with 100 free sanding pads as well. Right now, as of 2026, there's €100 cash back on these. So you buy the tool, you register with Festool, you get €100 cash back. So that brings it down to €600. The Vevor, this version is the €140 version. There is a cheaper version, which is €130. The €140 version just comes with 2 sanding pads. So comes with a 6-inch or 150mm attached to the machine. You also get a 5-inch sanding pad or 125mm. You get some sanding sheets. So you get a couple 120 grit in the 5-inch or 125mm, and you get a few 180 grit mesh sheets or discs for the 6-inch or 150mm. Now, it also comes with a quick connect lead that you can plug into the back of the tool. However, it comes with, if you're in Europe, it will come with the continental European plug. So I have to cut that off, get rid of that, and put on the UK and Ireland type plugs. Just be aware that if you're in the UK and Ireland and you're buying this tool, you just have to change the plug. It's not a big deal. It also comes with a hose attachment for the dust extraction, which I will not be using because that is rubbish. Now, that is what you get, €140, €700. Let's compare them. Okay, first off, build quality and ergonomics. Just take a look. Now, both of them have, like I said, a quick connect lead that you can plug out. Festool one, just plug it in, give it a twist, locks in place. The Vevor just has a little release button here. So put it in, pull the button, clicks out. Pretty good. No problems there. Now, fit and finish, both these tools are excellent. I have no complaints whatsoever. They both feel good in hand. They both look really nicely built. I'm really surprised for €140. Ergonomics wise, the Festool is nicer in the hand when you're holding it in this position. It just feels a bit better. However, in this position, actually the Vevor feels nicer in hand. It's more rounded. I have slightly larger hands, so that to me just feels a little bit better. It's not so nice in this position, it's a little bit cumbersome. Now, if you turn it on, so the Festool is straight on and off and has braked. It's nice and smooth, it's not very loud. It's not too much vibrations. I'm always impressed with the Festool every time I use it. It's a fantastic sander. Now, the Vevor, slightly different. Festool straight on and off and has a speed control on the side. The Vevor has a power button here and a plus and minus button to turn up and down the power. It also has the paddle. So you have to turn it on, max power, and then you control it with the paddle. Now, the beautiful thing about the paddle is you can modulate it, which I really like. So even though I have it set to max speed, I can control the speed with the paddle. That's a really nice plus for the Vevor. However, it's a little bit louder, a little bit more vibrating, a little bit rougher. And one thing that you really notice with both of these is gyroscopic effect. So, the Festool, that's a rotating mass. You can feel it, but it's not too bad. It's easy to change direction. However, with the Vevor, That rotating mass does not want to move off its axis. So you can feel it a lot more in your wrist when you're trying to get that to change direction. So it's a gyroscopic effect, a rotating mass. It wants to stay going whatever direction you started off in. So, a little bit more vibration, a little bit rougher in hand, a little bit harder on the wrist when you're using it like this, so it will be a little bit more fatiguing. But other than that, you know, both these tools feel very, very solid. Okay guys, just a little sanding test just to see how these perform. So I have some black plastic on my workbench just so I can see how much dust these things either gather or do not gather. I have two identical boards here. So this is hard maple, this is rough sawn, so it has not been planed or sanded, so it still has the marks of the sawmill on it. So we're going to use a 60 grit sandpaper. We're going to use the same sandpaper for both, so I have 60 grit Festool sheets here. We'll be attaching them to both of these tools, so they're using the exact same sanding disc. I'm going to run both tools at full power. So I'm going to run this at max. The speed control on the Festool is on the side, so I'm going to turn that to 6. And then we're just going to test. Now, these tools are the Festool is slightly more powerful, so it's 400 watts. This is 350 watts. So I'm just going to time it, see how long it takes just to get a nice smooth finish and get all the rough sanding marks off. I'm going to put these tools under a little bit of pressure, so I'm going to press on them a little bit just to see how they respond. And we'll just see, we'll give it a time and we'll see what the dust extraction is like and what kind of finish we get. And just put them head to head and see what it proves. Let's do it. Okay, first up is the Festool. So like I said, we're going to be using 60 grit sanding discs, and we're going to just try and take all the saw marks off this and get it down to a relatively smooth finish with 60 grit sandpaper. I have my stopwatch set up here so you guys will see that. I'll get you a zoom in, then I won't make you sit through the whole thing. I'll speed it up so it's not boring for you guys, and we'll just see how long it takes. Let's do it. Okay guys, so what I decided to do was stop the test at 10 minutes. So you can see it's 10 minutes, 2 seconds there. So that's the Festool with a 60 grit sanding pad, running it at full speed, putting lots of pressure. Now like I said, this is hard maple. It's rough sawn, so it's full of the sawmill marks. So trying to get them out is hard work. 10 minutes is about as much as I'd sand without taking a break. You know, you can start to feel your hand tingle. No matter how good the sander is, the vibration, putting that much force, and I was putting a lot of effort and force down into that to try and remove those saw marks. So you can see how well we got the saw marks out. There's still a few marks, but you can't actually feel any indentations. It's just some discoloration in the wood. So that is pretty smooth at the 10-minute mark. So it took me 10 minutes to get there with the Festool. Let's run the Vevor now, same experiment. We'll do that for 10 minutes, and you can see how the dust extraction works with the Festool. It's pretty good. Very, very little dust actually gets into the air. That's one thing I always noted about the Festool, was that the dust extraction from it was exceptional. So there we go. Vevor, let's do that next. Okay, we are all set up to go again. I'm going to use brand new sanding pad on the Vevor. I have brand new plastic down, a board exact same length. They're both cut from the exact same board, so it should be a good test. Again, it's hard maple, rough sawn, so it's a pretty tough test on any sander to take rough sawn boards to smooth. So we're going to be checking at the 10-minute mark how well it performs, what the dust extraction is like, can it take some pressure and some hard work, and how does my hand feel at the end of 10 minutes. So let's do it. Okay guys, just like the Festool, I stopped it as close as I could to the 10-minute mark. You can see what we are left with. Now, initial impressions. This thing has, I'm really impressed, it has plenty of power. So I tried to bog it down. I tried to put a lot of pressure on, more pressure than you would ever put on a sander. You know, really tried to abuse it, and it really held up. So for 350 watts, it's a brushless motor just like the Festool. Like the Festool, like I said, it has 50 watts more, so 400 watts. Tons of power. This has a bag load of torque. Really, really impressed. Now, ergonomics, it's not as nice as the Festool, okay? To use, it vibrates a lot more. It does fatigue the hand a lot quicker than the Festool, so that's just something to think about. But other than that, guys, yeah, plenty of power, done a great job. Again, if I feel the Vevor board, all the saw marks, the indentations are gone, just like the Festool board, but there's more discoloration in the Vevor board left than the Festool. So the Festool did a slightly better job in the 10-minute mark than the Vevor did. But you know, it's not by much. It's really not by much. Both of those tools, and this is a really brutal sanding test, to take a rough sawing board and take a sander to it and put those sanders under real pressure to try and get all those saw marks out. You know, you're not going to be doing that with your sanders, guys. You will be finish sanding and stuff like that. But, you know, it's pretty close. Definitely the Festool wins the test, but the Vevor is not too bad. Dust collection wise, yeah, it's pretty similar to the Festool. Now, the only time any of these tools left any dust out was when I tilted up. So when I was digging in, that's one thing to watch out for with the Vevor, guys. Once that power button is on, if you touch that, it's still on. So you have to remember to switch it off. You see, I just did that there, something to be careful of. So, like I said, only time it left the dust out, either tool, was when I was digging in. So I was lifting it up from being flat on the wood, and then it was leaving dust out. But none of them left any dust out when they were flat down, which is pretty good. So yeah, dust extraction comparable. Festool obviously wins for ergonomics, vibration. So yeah, there you go. I'm pretty impressed. Okay guys, I've got one more test that I just want to perform just for my own curiosity. So I just cut a bit of walnut in half, so 2 squares of walnut here. I'm going to do a bit of finish sanding. So what I'm going to do is hit them with 80 grit, or 60 grit, 80 grit, and then 120 grit. I just want to see what kind of finish I have left from both sanders. I'm assuming it's going to be comparable enough. I just want to see what kind of vibration pattern, what kind of stroke each one has, how are they orbiting, do I get left with a load of pigtails, that kind of thing. So let's try that. Okay guys, I stopped at the 5-minute mark. There is absolutely no need to go any further than that. It's only a little square of walnut at the end of the day. But yeah, as always, the Festool did a great job. I'm not left with any pigtails or swirl marks. I'll try and get you guys a close-up. The lens on my camera isn't great for getting super close-up shots, so I might try and record it on the phone, and you guys can see. So yeah, pretty consistent, no pigtails, so not bad for 120 grit. Okay, we shall repeat said test with the Vevor, 60, 80, 120, 5 minutes, and just see what kind of a finish sanding surface we are left with. Let's do it. Okay guys, a couple of interesting observations there. Number one being, you've got to be very, very careful with this power button. So even though it's left down like that, that tool is still on, and if you touch that, it goes off. So unlike the Festool where the off button is the off button, this is still on. So I went to change the sanding pad, just not thinking, and you see, you have to be careful. You have to always remember to press the off button. Unlike the Festool, like I say, when you click it off, it is off and it can't come back on. So that's one observation. Observation number 2, I was left with a load of pigtails, those swirl marks after the 60 grit. So I had to spend a lot longer on the 80 grit than I did with the Festool, and I got less time on the 120 grit because I wanted to stop it exactly at the 5-minute mark again, which is what I did. But let's have a look and see what we're left with. So yeah, pretty good. Now I can see a couple of swirl marks, a couple of pigtails. I will roll them in. So at the 5-minute mark, the finish is not as good as the Festool. Now it's not bad, it requires more work, but yeah, it is leaving some pigtails and swirl marks. But like I said, not bad. Another minute on the 120 grit, and I reckon I could probably take those all out. But this is a comparison, and so we stop at the 5-minute mark. See if I can get you guys a close-up, and actually should be able to see it. Right guys, there's an aggressive sanding test and a finish sanding test with these two sanders. So what is the conclusion? Well, you guys already knew before you clicked on the video. Of course, a €140 sander will not be as good as a €700 sander. But in many ways, that doesn't matter a jot. These tests are somewhat absolutely ridiculous. For most of you guys, it's not how they perform, but how much they cost. So there is no way on God's green earth that 99% of you guys are going to spend €700 on a sander. It's just not happening. This test is only relevant to professionals, right? So you guys aren't buying the Festool regardless. All you really want to know is, does this work? And yes, it absolutely works, right? Plenty of power, nice tool. It's a bit more vibration, a little less nice to use. You have to spend a little bit longer to get a decent finish. The dust extraction is not quite as good. It vibrates a bit more. It will fatigue you quicker. All those things in all those areas, the Festool is just a little bit better. And that matters its weight in gold to professionals. But to the rest of you guys who are hobbyists, just like me, you don't have €700 to spend on a sander, then yeah, by all means, this will absolutely do the job. Like I said, it's going to take a little bit more time. You're going to put a little bit more effort into it and take a few more breaks. But this will absolutely get the job done. Now, there you go guys, that is my assessment of these two tools. I hope it helps you guys out. I'll leave links to them below if you're interested in either one of these tools. The professional, like I said, is always going to go with the Festool because that's how they make their money. They want all those little advantages in every area. But for the hobbyist, the weekend woodworkers and all the rest of you guys, you can actually get a really good sander for €140. Now, when it comes to longevity, I have no idea guys. That's the first time I've used this. I will be using this, and if it breaks, I will immediately let you guys know. But from what I've seen so far, plenty of power, does the job, just not as good as the Festool. But you knew that before you clicked on the video. Anyway guys, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Give the video a thumbs up. Comments, questions below. Anything you want to know, just get in the comments. That helps me out. If you interact with the video, it lets the algorithm know that you enjoyed it. And that's the best way you guys can possibly help me out. As always guys, thanks very much. I shall see you in the next video. Take care.